Working 14 hours at a desk job for a month straight mentally killed me, bro. And I know I did a video about a warehouse job, how that shit killed me. But when I was 17 years old going to 18 years old, it was a time in my life where I know a lot of people ask why you work that much hours, this and that, but I really needed the money, and my car had broke down. And what had happened, I was driving like I was already driving a broken down car. I got this car for like $2,000. My original car, it had broke down because I was just being dumb. I didn't get an oil change. Engine started ticking, boom. But I was working a small office job, but in this office job, it's like staring at a computer for hours, and they'll let you work overtime. They'll just let you work as many hours as you would like. They didn't really have a limit. They had a schedule, but you could do overtime, but you just couldn't cross on to the other people's schedules. So it was like I was working double shifts every single day for a whole month. And I believe I made a whole video about this, but every day it was literally energy drink in the morning, go to work, another energy drink at work, and then go home, sleep. And sometimes I wouldn't even eat. I lost around like 10 pounds this month. I wouldn't even eat, just straight from work home every single day. And it was depressing, but the checks were hidden. If you do 14 times 7, that's what 70, that's 98, I believe 98 hours a week. But 98 hours a week, oh my god, it definitely helped me get the car that I have today. That's where that money came from. And I'm very blessed. And yes, it killed me mentally, but at the time, when you're in desperation, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get out. If you're really struggling and let's say you're really in a position you don't want to be in, you're really uncomfortable, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get out. But basically, bro, I just hated, and that's when I realized I need an active job. Now, the warehouse job wasn't it, but I need a job where I could be flexible and move around it, because staring at a computer is just not it. It was times where my head was hurting, and literally I would literally put my head down, and it's like I was falling asleep. When I was already losing sleep, and staring at the computer was not helping either. It was just hurting my head. So I have to put my head down on my desk, and I'll put my head down on my desk, and just once a notification popped up, I had to take care of, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I had to take care of what it was that popped up on the screen, and I would just put my head back down, and I was just drained. And some days it was slow, and I'll literally put headphones in so I could get the notification in my ear, and I'll literally go to sleep until a notification will pop up. But desperate times calls for desperate matters, and I had to do what I had to do. Do I regret it? No, because if I didn't work that job, I wouldn't have this car right now. And what had happened? Oh my god, yeah, another thing, family came in the way. I had money, but family wanted a loan, and you really can't say no when it comes to family. And I gave out a loan, and that loan was supposed to be the money I was supposed to use for buying a car, and that money was a couple of grand. And boom, eventually I just because of that, it was just bad timing. Once I gave out that loan, I was not able to get the car, and that's what had to buy a junk car and just go straight to work every single day. And man, it was honestly, I'll tell you, struggle times are honestly one of the best times of your life. Once you get through a struggle and you go and you look at, like, once you go through a dark time and you look at better times, everything you did in that dark time to get to that better, to get to that to get to whatever you did in that tunnel, to get to out that tunnel, you will remember it. You're gonna look at it like, damn, like it's almost fun, but it's not fun. It's almost fun, but it's not fun. It's not fun in the moment, but looking back at it, you're like, damn, like times were actually good. And yeah, times were actually good. I would wake up, go to work. If I had the energy, I would have to work out and then just go straight to sleep. But it was bad. It was bad. It was to points where in the mornings I couldn't even in the mornings I would wake up, right? I'll have to be there at 9 sharp. So I'd wake up at 8, and I was just there in bed, like, damn, like, should I go to work today? Should I go to work today? Should I go to work today? And I'm like, you know what? If I want to get this car, like, it was literally, I had to get this car, right? It was my senior year, and I didn't have a car, and I would have to take my sister to school. And so that's the reason why, if I didn't have a car to take my sister to school, we would be walking to school. And I did not want my sister walking to school, especially in the cold, because where I live at, it gets really cold. And the weather is just jumpy, and we ended up having one of the worst winters that year. Literally, we had one of the worst winters. Our winter had started from November, and it didn't finish till April. I remember when they canceled school for like a week or 2 weeks straight. I remember shoveling snow that was literally 4 feet. covering the whole driveway, just getting that out. And then after doing mine, I have to go do my neighbors because she was old and she wasn't able to do it. And so definitely it would just suck to be one of those kids walking to school, especially with my sister. It was just tough. So it was a tough time, but I needed the money, and alhamdulillah, I was able to get the car. Me and my sister were not walking to school, and that was just a plus. Just me and my sister not having to walk to school, even though we live it's like 10-15 minutes walking distance. But even just not having her walking to and from school every single day, that right there is what did it for me. But man, this job right here, it was not as bad as a warehouse job for sure. And it just goes to show that if you really want something, or if you're really in a position where you need to get something, you're uncomfortable, you will do whatever it takes to get out that position and get whatever you want, or get whatever it is, achieve whatever it is that you wanted. Because it's really if you half-assing it, you don't want it that bad. I wanted a car so bad to where I know there's some out there, but in my city I didn't know any other 17-year-old that was working 14 hours every single day. Some days I would be missing meals. Some days my mom would have to come drop me off food because I was just rushing to work in the mornings, because I wouldn't be getting enough sleep. I would rush to work in the mornings, get to work, and then my mom would have to come drop off food for me to eat, because I would just be like, oh, I want to eat at home, but I don't want to be late to work, type of thing. And that was that, man. It was a time in my life. I would say I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it, but hated it at the same time. Looking back at it, it wasn't that bad, but going through it was bad. If you know what I'm saying. But honestly, I just learned a lot from that. Just working the 14 hours every single day. I didn't have a single day off that month. At first, I was excited, but after the 2-week mark, after like the 2-week mark and a half, that's when it was just hell on. From there, it was just really just pushing my body's limits to just keep going towards, to force myself to stay up. Now I'm not even the type, I cannot drink coffee, because if I drink coffee, I'm going straight to the bathroom. For some reason, if I drink coffee, I'm going straight to the bathroom. So it was just straight energy drinks every single day, to the point where when I started my senior year, I had to get energy drinking, because for some reason, if your body's used to drinking energy drinks at a certain time, or coffee at a certain time, when that certain time hits and you don't drink your coffee or your energy drink, your body will shut down. And you can't even help it either. Your body will just shut down. So I'm so happy that I got off energy drinks for that period. And that was that, man. But if y'all have any questions about anything, it could be about life, relationships, whatever the case is, work, feel free to ask them down below. If you have any experiences, feel free to share them down below. It is O here, man. I love making these videos. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be easy, y'all be smooth.